Regular bush specialist Simon Stoddard led a group from Titirangi Primary School through the thicket near the Arataki Centre. One of the stories he told them sparked a painting session back at school. We couldn't resist putting the two together.
Once upon a time, there was a farmer called Matt, so I'll call him Farmer Matt. Poor old Farmer Matt had fallen upon hard times. His only dream in life was to get a lovely new four-wheel drive motorcycle. You know, the ones with the fat tyres and the shiny lights and all that sort of stuff. But Farmer Matt lived way up north, a long way away from the city, and it costed him too much to get his sheep to go to the works, so he didn't make much money from that. He had a big veggie garden, but he couldn't sell the veggies because no one ever drove past his gate. He was at the end of a long, winding metal road. So Farmer Matt was there scratching his head, thinking, how am I going to get my brand new four-wheel drive motorbike? He goes, aha, got a brilliant idea. Right over in the back corner of his farm was a stand of lone kauri trees. Farmer Matt thought, I'll go and find one to chop down and sell to the mill. That'll give me enough money for my new motorbike. So he hopped on his old putty little motorbike and putted off over the hill and over the next hill and down into the valley where there were big kauri trees. Hopped off his motorbike, walked over, and for a moment there was a sighing breeze high up in the trees. Blew over his shoulders and up the back of his neck, made his hairs stand up. And he thought, ooh, maybe there's something more here than just kauri trees. But anyway, Farmer Matt still had this vision of a beautiful new blue four-wheel drive, spotlights, roll bar, the works motorbike. So he said, right. And he looked around and he picked out this lovely big kauri tree. He said, that'll make me enough money for my bike. So he putted off back home, sharpened up his chainsaw, got it all ready for the morning, petrol and oil, everything. The next day, had his thermos and his little lunchbox, chainsaw over his shoulder, putted off back over the hill, over the next hill, and down into the valley of the big kauri trees. Again, as he hopped off his motorbike and walked down to the big tree, there was a sighing breeze up in the trees. Blew over his shoulders and up his neck, made his hair stand up. And he thought, oh no, maybe there's something else here than just trees. Started up his chainsaw! And away he went and he chopped out the front of the tree. Okay, and this tree was so big that it took him at least an hour to cut it out. And by that time it was smoko. So he took off the top of his flask, had a cuppa, sipped it down nice and hot, restored his strength. While he's finished his cup of tea and he put his thermos away, again, there was a sighing breeze high up in the trees. Blew over his shoulders and up his neck and made his hairs stand up. But there was a job to be done. Farmer went back down to the tree. Started up his chainsaw again, this time just slightly quieter. And he felled the tree. It fell over with a great big crash. Farmer Matt now knew he only wanted the trunk, the bit from the roots up to the first branch up there. Alright, that was the only bit he was selling. So he had to cut the top off. Alright, so what did he do? That's right, what did he do? Started up his chainsaw again. Should we try that? Big nice loud yell. Started up his chainsaw. Ready? Started up his chainsaw! Right. And just as he's about to look into the tree, he goes, ah! Because there, peering out amongst those green bushy things up there in the tree, was a skeleton's head, or a skull, with its big, open black eye sockets, with no eyeballs in them. Alright? And he thought, oh no, I knew there was something more here than just trees. This might have been the resting place of a famous Māori warrior, and I've put his bones up in the tree for safekeeping. And now that I've cut it down, there'll be a curse on me. So, with no more ado, he dropped his chainsaw, ran over to his little motorbike, started up, putted off over the hills. And he went and got his mate. His mate's name was Phil. And so we'll call him Farmer Phil. Alright? Phil comes back to the tree, finds that skeleton, and Phil's not bothered about ghosts and curses and Maori chiefs. He goes up there and he picks it up. Oh, yep, this one's got fillings. Can't be a Maori warrior. Puts it down. Has a look around, scuttles around in the bushes, pulls out a pair of old leather boots that hadn't rotted away. He says, "No Maori warrior I've seen wore a pair of boots." Then he found a little billy with gum in it and a couple of spiky hammers. And he says, "No Maori warrior, mate, no problem. This guy was a gum collector." And I think the poor old gum collector climbed up the tree. When he got to the top, he goes, uh-oh, he'd forgotten his rope. So he couldn't get back down again. He would have tried to jump out, but he would have thought, oh, if I fall out there, I'll break my legs. He had no friends around, okay, he was a long way from home. So he just stayed up there and starved to death. And that actually happened 13 years ago. Up near Waipoa Forest, a farmer chopped down a tree and found a poor old gum collector stuck up in the top. So there ends my story. Thanks for your attention.